And welcome back to part 2 of my vacation. As a little spoiler from the beginning, I made some pictures of lightning. Um, it's actually really easy. This picture's not the best. I saved the best ones for last, of course. It's actually really easy. What you do, you put your photo camera on a tripod, you open the lens for 30 seconds, and you hope for lightning to strike within those 30 seconds. And if I'm allowed to click the next picture, there we go. I've made several. First of them were above the village that was rather close, so I tried to make it look very, very awesome with a cool city and then lightning on top of it. It is not perfect, but it's still pretty cool. And from this moment on, I changed my position to outside of the campsite, so there was a lot less light close to me, and there was and the lightning storm itself moved as well, so I had to move. And this actually created several really, really cool pictures. When the lightning itself strikes, it's like, oh my god, that's gonna look good, and some of them do really look amazing. It's really nice to see. It makes really nice figures, and that's something you don't really see when it strikes. You just basically see a line, and when you make a photo of it, you see it just goes everywhere. It's amazing. First time that I've tried to make pictures, this one is truly amazing. It's first time I tried to make photos, and it's actually amazing. Just look at this. The amount of lines it's drawing, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, I myself was kind of in the middle of the rain, so it was worth it. So the next day, I went to a place called Revilla, which is in Spain, and there are a lot of gyres, a lot of vultures, lemur. So there's several lemur gyres and common vultures, and well, these are common vultures. There were a lot of them, and I actually got up very, very, very close. And they are amazing. They are more than 2 meters wide, and they are just truly amazing. It's what happened is I was standing on top of a ridge, and they had their nests down below. So every time when they wanted to go to their nest, they had to circle down, and every time when they wanted to go up again, they had to circle up to gain altitude. And I mean, it's just amazing. They just kept coming back, and I was able to make more and more pictures. And it's just some of them are so extremely sharp, and it's absolutely an amazing experience to be able to see these birds up close and make pictures like this. It was absolutely fantastic. A little bit in between. Not sure why they are exactly here, but apparently that's when I made photos of them. Pretty nice creatures you just encounter, you quickly make a picture, and it ends up as a very nice picture, I think. More vultures, more vultures, more vultures. Sometimes a failed picture can actually be an amazing picture, as this one. It was, the sun itself kind of spoiled it, but in the end it actually looks pretty cool. And this one, it's not 100% sharp, but I will still take it. This one got so close, I actually had to zoom out with my lens instead of zoom in because it was so close. It was actually amazing to get a bird up that close. Then on my way back, another species of bird. Pretty nice to see. I always see everything when I'm just driving around. It's pretty dangerous if you think about it, that I'm always having my eyes on other stuff than just the road, but you do notice several birds flying around, and when you see something special, you just stop the car, jump out, and make pictures. There are actually several other pictures as well that has been made with that technique. More birds. This is the lemmergeier. The nice thing about lemmergeiers is that they actually eat bones. So they crack the bones, eat the bones, they digest them. It's pretty cool. There'll be another picture soon. Egyptian vulture again. I actually seen all the three vultures, so the Egyptian vulture, lemmergeier, and common vulture, all within 5 minutes of each other at one point. It was pretty funny actually that happened. So I chased this butterfly for around 10 to 15 minutes to make this picture. Worth it, I guess. But it's really annoying. Like, if you get close and then he flies away again and just keeps flying for minutes. But what a creature, man. It was really big. Really nice to see. More little birds. And there were a lot of cows as well, grazing the area and eventually creating beef. So I like it. So here are more lemurgires. You can see that they are labeled. They are wild animals, but they are being tracked and they are being observed and whatnot. And they actually are being helped with food. Normally, like back in the day, there were like thousands of cows walking around, and sometimes they would fall off a cliff and die, and the birds would have food. But that doesn't happen anymore. Well, it does still happen, but not as often because there are a lot less cows and whatever walking around. And by law, you also have to clean up a dead animal if it's yours. So you actually are not allowed to leave it around. So these birds are sort of starving. So they're helping them at this place. And they come together here. And yeah, pretty nice. The quality is really bad of these photos. That was because it was really far away. But it was still nice to observe. Lemurgire. They have a sort of mustache going on. Pretty cool. Other creatures that you just see flying around. Oh yeah, this was also a action of let's drive around and see what I can see. And I saw this bird fly up when I was driving my car. I jumped out and I quickly made several pictures. It's the red kite. The red kite, it's really easily recognizable by its tail. Not many birds have a tail that look like this. It's really nice. And I think they have a beautiful face as well. And a nice coloration of their body itself. Nice creature. Look at that, mate. Then I went to Mollo de Riglos, which is a very famous place for bird watching, rock climbing, and, well, probably that I think. I'm not sure what more. Well, hiking, of course. And a lot of songbirds. There are a lot of vultures live here. And I also found a pond with some frogs in it. Several birds that I do not know the identification of because I just don't know them, and my book is really bad. I really have to get myself a better bird watching book, I think. Is very nice animals, but I do not know their name. I've never seen these before. Well, maybe I've seen it, but never really recognized them. Pretty nice to see new species, though. And back at the frogs again. I was on my way back again. I didn't do a lot at Mollo de Riglos. I made a little hike, but still a really nice place to be. So, and then I went to Larau. Larau, which is in Irati. Really nice place to be. And when I arrived there was this big cloud lower than, well, this 1600 meter. So the drive down from this place was also through a thick pack of mist. It was actually really interesting to see. I also had dinner at a place, and when I looked outside the dinner place, it looked like this. And later on, when the moon was up and the sun was down, it looked like this. It was absolutely, I don't know how to say it, a sort of mystery land. It was amazing. Hopefully the picture shows nice on YouTube, because on my computer it looks absolutely amazing. So this is Alites obsticans. It's a special kind of toad. Normal toads would just lay eggs in a water body, and the males would just fertilize those eggs, but it doesn't work that way with these toads. Actually, the female lays the eggs on top of the legs of the male, and then the males fertilize those eggs and carries them around until they almost hatch. That's pretty interesting. I didn't find one with eggs. I think I was a little bit late in the season as well. So probably the tadpoles were already swimming around and not the eggs anymore. But still pretty cool to find. Bufospinosus, I see there is a line of... That's just on my screen. Interesting. Can you guys see that there's a line going on here? A black line? No? Maybe just me. Okay. Then I went on and found my first and final snake of this trip, Vipera seoni. It's a species that occurs in northern Spain and a little bit of France. And it was a stunning creature, and I was able to make some nice pictures as well. I think I got more pictures. Yeah. Unidentified lizard, really small, really fast. I'm not sure what it is. Not sure what that picture is doing here, but okay. And I made some close-ups. These are venomous, by the way. I was wearing welding gloves while making these pictures, and I was very happy to find it because this was the goal of. This was one of the very few goals of my vacation, basically. And I was very happy I was able to see it. Random bird flying around. Salamander. I think this was Fuscuosa. please murder me when I got it wrong. I think it's Fusciosa. It's a subspecies of the fire salamander. It's about a salamander of like 15 centimeters big. A really nice creature to find. It took me like 5 minutes to find because I knew exactly where to look. Pretty nice find. And this was the area I was in. Pretty nice. A lot of valleys, a lot of rocks, a lot of mountains. Beautiful place. More wall lizards. You see them everywhere. Spider with a nice meal. This is actually... I should actually look up the name. One of my most favorite birds of all. The little birds, that is. Of course, I like birds of prey way more. But I really think this is an amazing little bird. They're always with a group and they're always playing around. It's nice. Some nice other animals that you just randomly see. I always just take everything with me. Well, yeah, I take them all with me. I always take pictures of everything that I want to see. It's always nice to see as much as you can. And that was actually the last picture. Dear people, hopefully you guys liked this little video. I'm gonna end with this picture. I really like snakes. I really want to see way more snakes. Hopefully next year I will go on vacation much earlier in the year, and hopefully like in the spring, and hopefully I can see a bit more. Hopefully you guys were entertained by this video. If you have any questions about these animals or any questions about the places I went to, feel free to ask me. I don't always go into the direct spot where I find special animals. So like this snake, I'm not going to tell you exactly where I find it. But I can give you a general idea of the areas that are just generally known where you could find special animals. And of course the places where I've been to, I'm more than happy to tell you where exactly the places were. It's an amazing place to be in the Pyrenees. I've visited several places as you've just seen, and it's definitely recommended to go there as well for a nice hike or two. Go to tents, maybe with a couple of friends, and have a lot of fun. Everyone, don't forget to like these videos. We greatly appreciate it. Share them around to people that might be interested in nature photos. And I will see you later. Take care.